Hey everyone, welcome to Refashion series episode 15. And we are starting out with a skirt I inherited from my grandmother. It's too tight. It's really cute, but it's just so tight, and if I eat, a decent meal before I wear it, it makes me look pregnant, which would be great if I was pregnant, but I'm not. So I transformed it into this looser fitting tunic top. It's really cute, loose like this, or you can also tuck it in like this. So it has a little bit of versatility, and it's super comfortable. Let's get started with the alterations. The first thing I did was deconstruct it. I just used my scissors, I removed the waistband, and I opened the side seam. So I'm a little bit of an idiot, and I took a photo instead of a video when I cut my fabric. But basically I used kind of the outline of this dress, just making it wider for the top. I haven't really done the neckline yet, and I do have the front and the back pieces here. So I might do a boat neck, that's why it's up like this, but there we go, front and back. I have a slight sleeve shape on the edges, so yeah, we'll see what it looks like. I think the first thing I'm going to do is just serge this top, not together, just individually, and then I might just flip it down and make base to seam and see if I like a really high neckline on there. I went ahead and I serged just the raw ends here, and I've pinned it on the top like this. I think I'm gonna go for it. So I'm going to create a seam from here to the end of the shoulder, and then I'll go from the little divot right here down to the bottom and baste it and kind of see if I can get like a really loose, flowy top out of it. Kind of different from what I normally do. It's hanging out. Oh, Parker, that's a nice face that you're making there. Okay, so I serged each top piece, and then I sewed from just here to the sleeve on each side, and then I basted down the sides to test the fit, and I kind of like it. It's flowy, it's loose. I just need to figure out the neckline a little bit because it's a little bit wonky before I turn it in to stitch it down to finish that edge. So I might just trying to like a round neck. I don't know. I'm gonna play with it, but this is kind of where we're at after the serging of the top and basting the sides and the sleeves. Still winging it. I put this extra piece of fabric over it so that I can sew along this line that I drew and flip it inside, under stitch, and sew it down. So we'll see if that works for the neckline. Okay, so we kind of went for it. I'm not really sure if it's gonna work. So I flipped it and it looked good. I'm gonna leave a little bit of extra space. I might try and smooth out that line just a little bit. And then, do your notches and then understitch and then flip it in, and then I'll probably even serge this line that will be the interfacing on the inside. So I went ahead and I went over the curve stitch just one more time, trying really hard to make it smoother, and then I made these, what are they called, notches in the curve so that it will fold smoothly. And right now I'm understitching, which is where you take your seam allowance and you put it next to the back side of your lining, and sew right next to it so that when we turn it right side out, the facing is not showing from the front, it'll be pulled to the back. So I went ahead and then I just top stitched over it, and I haven't ironed it yet, but I think it actually looks pretty good. So I'm feeling good about that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the seam in just a little bit closer, and then I'll flip this under and just stitch it down. We're not trying to go too fancy. I'm taking a break off of the crazy stuff. So right now, it's just kind of a plain top, but I think if I wear it with the right stuff, it can be kind of cute and fun. So that top, so here's the sleeve, and then here's the back neckline. There's the front neckline right here. I just slipped it under and stitched, and to keep it straight from here to here, this just had to go down a little bit further than the sides, but that way it's all tucked in and my edges are finished. Now I'm gonna go ahead and serge the sides, and then I'll serge around the raw edge and flip it in and hem the sleeves, and then serge and hem the bottom, and I will be done. All of the hemming is done. Let's take a look at our final result. As a reminder, this is what we started with, the Paisley skirt, or pregnancy skirt as I thought of it. Granted, it did allow me to do some pretty cool dance moves that will embarrass my children one day, but I wasn't gonna wear it. So here's what I turned it into, this fun tunic. It can be worn all the way down or tucked in. It's super comfortable. It was ridiculously fast to sew. Here's me pretending to be a model. Anyway, I love this refashion. I hope you did too. And if you did, feel free to comment, like, or subscribe. And wait, there's more. I took a lot of ridiculous footage during this video, probably because of my cold medicine, but I thought you guys might need this in your life. So anyways, I hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you next week.